I couldn't remember if I showed y'all this. I took off my Tacoma thing and got some exploring, not explorer, exploring dooflachi. But anyway, my bride is still in Oregon. This is the first lookout on the way up to Chiaha State Park. And other than the one airplane, you can't hear anything. But I was standing here a minute ago and I heard this panting, and I thought, there's a bear coming out of the woods, because I always talk about getting attacked by a bear. And there was a couple of guys coming up on bicycles right there. Oh, it made me feel so fat. That's so quiet. The interstate is way down there, and every now and then you can hear a car or a truck. Isn't it awesome? Feel beautiful. So on the other side, you can go over here if you want to. You want to? Yeah, me too. And you can see the other side of the world. Way over there is like Cleburne County. Isn't it cool? They just cleaned that up a lot, that one place down there. I've been by it before. It's a really beautiful settlement. It's people settling. Isn't it crazy? This is the foothills of the Appalachian mountain chain. That's a tower, an old fire tower. I'd always heard they put women in fire towers because they were more stable and could sit there. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I think it is. I've heard it for a long time. And I think I read it somewhere, and that always makes it true, right? Like if you put a guy up there, I think he'd lose his mind, he'd eventually jump. I know I would. It's just so beautiful out this morning. I'm ready for my bride to come home. Look, no one anywhere. That way, this way you can only stand here a little while. I know. I love people. I love being around a lot of people. But I also love the absolute deafening silence of just being out in God's creation. I love it. Let me show you what I did back here, then we'll go do something else. I've been looking at these things where you deck things that slide out and all this stuff, but they're heavy. They're like $1,500 for the cheapo one, and I couldn't do that. So this is the same board that I made the boat deck out of, which has worked fine. You can stand on it, and I've just got a couple of runners underneath it, 2x4s. But all I did was cut these and put them in there, and I've got them, have I shown y'all this already? I've got them Velcroed together. I started to say they don't move, but they move a little bit. But they don't make any sounds. They're incredibly light. If I get tired of it, I just take it out. And I got electrical stuff right there, and junk over there, and then junk over here. What I was doing was I was coming up here for just to get some air. And this truck with a man and a young girl, I don't know if it's husband or wife or what, but they had run out of gas, diesel fuel, coming up the mountain. And of course everybody was going around them, and they were panicking. Not panicking, they had it all together, but it's just a dangerous spot. So we finally got their rig running after a run to the gasoline stand. And now we're gonna go do something else. I'm back at the base camp, and look at that itty bitty teeny weeny puppy. So my bride had this idea. Get your pinpointer and see if you can find a chip on this dog. I know it works, but I don't know where a chip would be on a dog. I don't know. Let's start new. I got up this morning and my back was hurting and I couldn't figure out why. It's because I moved a bunch of tires yesterday. And I'm not, well, I am stronger than most men on earth. I realize that, but still. So I came here this morning and while the world was asleep. I've only been here like twice in my life. And this lady walked out with her two little boys. They were cool little kids. One of them was almost 2 and he was walking better than me. And the older boy, she said, "There's your truck right there." He was 6. Nobody knows how old kids are anymore. And she was talking about my truck. And the little boy said, "That's not a truck, that's a van." I thought it was hilarious because that's my line. It was so funny. The little boy said, "That's not a truck, that's a van." Turned around and walked off because it has a shell in it and it looks like a van. I thought it was fun. Let's go do something. Something incredibly enticing about small towns or even big cities and their creeks. The older I get, the more nervous I get about getting in them. Just for various reasons. Usually dogs. This one, it's been over 2 years since I've been in here and been up through the center down there. I get 3 or 4 options in the pipes. I'm a little nervous about leaving my wagon up there, but not all we can do is do it. I do have a flashlight this time, which doesn't do anything to save the wagon, but and everybody thinks, well, you have insurance. What is that? Oh, it's a soft shell. Freaking out. If I sit still, it'll stop panicking. See it? It is absolutely losing its mind because it can't figure out where to go and hide. It's still panicking. Now we gotta look at it. I'm gonna put it in a better spot. There it is. Look at that little fella or girl. Hold on, stop kicking me and now don't bite me. But there it is. Beautiful, isn't it? They do bite. I mean, this size might not hurt so bad, but it's a beautiful little kiki. Who's a good boy? Right there. I stopped to make a reel, and I dropped the camera in the water, and I don't know where that little fellow went, but I kind of want to look a little downstream, and I think we might before we head further upstream. Chances of seeing a sweet little water snake is good. It's nice and toasty enough for them to be out. Ah, this gets kind of deep. Maybe we should go that way. I feel like it's been so long since I've been in the creek. I have a lot of videos on backwash that I haven't put out. So you're seeing real videos, you're still watching. They're not all quite as current as you may think, because there's times when I can get out and times when I can't. Last time I came here, I got right here. There were multiple pit bulls right there. And I turned around and ever so quietly made my way, where's the tunnel? Back into the tunnel. A lot of times a dog won't have a great desire to get in the creek. I don't think I've ever seen a purple one before. So I'm being a little quieter than the norm, because I don't want to disturb any wandering miniature bulls. They're actually more aggressive than bulls. That looks like a piece of a turtle. It is not. I'm not going to go much farther downstream than this. Then we're going to turn around and head back up into, I don't know, we might go a little further as long as there's not another house near me. The house right here next to me looks pretty well kept. I'm not stereotyping. I'm being careful. Generally, a well-kept home will have a dog on a leash. I just made a lot of noise doing that, so it may not matter here in a minute. That turtle smells so bad. Name that item. I currently hear a pod. A pod is a pack of dogs. That is an acronym for a pack of dogs. Gosh, I hate being anxious walking in creeks. Sorry, I had an itch. You know, everybody needs one of those. That one looks a little far gone. If I'd kept every one of those I've ever found, I'd probably have at least 4. I do have my phone turned off in here because I don't want it to ring and alert the local pod. But for some unknown reason, dogs have pretty good hearing. Look at that blue piece of slag right there. I know what you're saying, use your hands. I don't want to. You may bag it if it's as pretty as it looks. I saw something else too. Look at how blue that is. And it'll stay that way if you ever find a piece you put clear fingernail polish on it. I saw this and thought, cool. And I flipped it over and it was full of ants. There's like half of it left. If I was closer to the base camp, I would harvest and put it in my own ant bed and let it finish the process. I think the whole door is in there. I'm still being quiet. That's a piece of copper with a piece of what looks like cane in it. That's interesting. We should harvest. I want to go all the way down and around all the way to where this pops out in town, but I'm a little nervous. There is a homeless camp right up there on the corner with tables and a chair. I think I'm pushing it here, and I probably need to turn around. I think I will. I'm taking it back to the bank where we got in, and I'll sit it there and then take it to the base camp and put it in an ant bed. Pretty big brim in here. This little bitty creek. I'm feeling a little better now. If we could just avoid... Oh, I almost fell down this water. If we could just avoid the watered moccasins, if there are any. I've still only seen one. One in the water in my life. I found one of the coolest what am I trying to say? Center caps that I've ever found. Oh, that's a dumbbell. That's full of concrete. In this creek. And I sat it down. You may remember, I showed it to you in the video. And I sat it down and went back and forgot to get it. One of the cool things of exploring creeks and all the garbage in them is you usually don't have to worry about ticks. There was somebody living under one of these one time, but that's been a while ago too. Never mind, there's a chair right there. It looks like somebody's in it. Be quiet, okay? I thought I smelled something that was... Yeah, we better go over here. That's not something you want to see. I did bring a flashlight this time. There's some purple slag. You want to see it? I want to get it. I think we're going to take it dry. I was going to tell you, there's I smelled something a while ago, and somebody's throwing a whole animal in here with its carrier and everything. It's like, no, I want to do that. I'm just always cautious when I get the smell, because I'm just cautious when I get the smell. Wow, there's some bright blue right there. We may carry it. And then if we find like a whole lot more, we'll leave it. There are so many straight side bottles in here. It's ridiculous. I'm talking about probably hundreds of the bottoms. But they're all broken. There's the top of a really old one. They're all broken because this ditch is so full of rocks. All it takes is one good storm to roll everything through, and you end up with broken bottles. So instead of continuing to make you dizzy, I'm going to try to walk straight and just look around. Oh, I bet that one's pretty. Purple and white. Look at that beauty out there. I'm gonna get it. What am I doing? I wish I had a way to cut this stuff. Blue in the bag too. Okay, let's go. Make this easy. There's no Coke, not straight side. That's a straight side Coke. Sometimes there's another one. There's a hobble skirt Coke. There's another straight side Coke. I know. Quit picking those up. It's hard not to. '50s brick. A mirror off of something. A Chiro. It's really blue. We're gonna skip that one. Look at that one. Wow. All broke. I know where two more town dumps are. There's another one. They're everywhere. I need to quit pointing them out. I know where two more town dumps are. And we're going to get on those pretty soon. Last time I popped out of this tunnel, there was a camp on the left. You know what that is? Where's your harvest? Okay, all the glass. surprised there isn't a snake on here. Wow, that's a long post with lead ends. I've already got one. Actually got 3. I just can't drag another one out. If it had some insulators on it, I might. The hard part is I am actually in the woods now, so it'd be a pretty tough drag. If I did it being a male, I could be considered a drag king. If you were a female and you successfully stop. Okay. Somebody asked me on one of the videos in the comments, said, how many voices are in your head? I didn't know how to answer that, but there's one. I thought that was an antique license plate. It's not stamped, those are stickers. Oh, mosquitoes or fish. Like some dirty old fish. I don't call 911, I call 357. You're so strong. How many people have you taken out in your lifetime? Well, none, but I'm ready, boy. I don't play those games right there now, boy. I carry the 357. Yeah, I love target practicing. In other words that go along with that I can't say, because the algorithm will light me up. Okay. You know when I came last time, I think it came from that way, but I don't remember how. How. I'll tell you what, after walking out in my backyard, slap in the middle of my base camp, having a man as high as a kite, stretched out on drugs, who had just attempted to kidnap a lady, ended up in my yard at 4 something in the morning. It was a little later. It was daylight. I guess daylight pretty stinking early. No, it was dark because I had my motion light on. I'll tell you right now, whether you've got one in your hand or not, it's scary. It never crossed my mind to use it. Protect myself, maybe, but use it, no. Use it to stop him from stealing my bride's car, no. Never once crossed my mind. And the Rune told me later on, I probably told y'all this story. He said, Dad, you've made the right decision. You've given the guy another chance to get his life together. True. But still, you think you're some kind of stud till you, that was a snake. Till you encounter someone and have to consider and make a decision. I've never been one to run around bragging what I have. Or what I'll do with it if you do this and you do that, oh, I want you to know. No, I don't do that. It's called ignorance. Okay, done with that story. That one little tag got me triggered, didn't it? I'm gonna have to double dose on my medicine this evening. Seek some counseling, some rehab, some therapy. I don't remember any of this, but usually when you're in the, see, there's something laying up there. You see it on the ground right there. There was a time, maybe a little more than 100 years ago, when you could probably swim in this. There's a bass right there, about as long as the black part of this handle. That looked like the biggest shed from a snake I've ever seen in my life, but it's not. I've gone as far as I can sojourn. There are about 10 trees down up there, and I can't go any further. Oh my goodness, those rocks hurt. The process now is to get across this without filling the boot. Oh, I felt a little go in with the moisture. I almost did it. One good thing about today, I do have a little shade. It's only about 95 today, maybe 94 and 6/12 or something like that. So that's good. So we'll go and we'll spend a little time in these tunnels looking around, and then we do need to go. Another way you know that sign was old or that plate, that car tag or whatever, that little homemade thing, was because no one carries the 357 anymore. Unless you're, say, over 50. I mean, we all may own one, but we generally don't carry it. What did we come through? We came through that. No, we came through that one because there's the boot. I think this one gets a little short. Oh, so many bugs. Let's just go through this one. chances of it surviving. No, it's tough. There are usually marbles in these creeks. A lot of people a long time ago, 100 years ago, maybe, lost all their marbles. And I'll find them one at a time. Huh. Tunnel cricket. If you're curious about what I saw in the creek back there, it looked like something that I've never wanted to encounter, yet covered up or wrapped up. So when I get out, I save the location, the exact location, so I can call somebody to come and have a look at it. They probably won't when they look up the location, because it's nothing new where I am, which is a shame. It smells so bad. And I'm gonna go and head out. So what we find? Slag. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm about to fall down. So until we meet again, thanks for watching my videos. I didn't have to report anything. Somebody called the cops on me. I didn't do anything wrong. They just called the cops on me. And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He said, people are just concerned. I guess that means, I don't know what that means. Let's watch my videos.